The Great Light. Who is Prophet Muhammad? By Dalal Al-Alami. Illustrated by Muhammad Faradi. In the middle of the Arabian desert, more than 1,000 years ago, there was a great tribe named Quraysh who lived in an old city called Mecca. Quraysh is the tribe of Prophet Muhammad, may peace be upon him. Muhammad's grandfather, Abdul Muttalib, was the chief of Quraysh. People loved and respected him. He had 10 sons. The youngest son, Abdullah, was the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him's father. Abdullah married a kind girl from Quraysh called Amina bint Wahab. Abdul Muttalib made a wedding party for them. Amina was very happy with her husband, Abdullah. Soon after, Abdullah married Amina, Muhammad, peace be upon him's mother. He went on a business trip to Balad Asham. On the way back, he became sick and could not continue the journey. His friends left him in Yathrib, Medina, with his relatives, his mother's family. They would take care of him until he felt better and was able to continue the journey. However, Abdullah's health became worse. Soon after, he died, leaving his young wife waiting for him in Mecca. Amina, who was pregnant, cried very much when she heard of her husband's death. She felt sad and lonely. One night, Amina had a beautiful dream. She dreamed of a great light coming out of her tummy, shining all the way to the palaces in Balad Asham, Syria. After the dream, she slept peacefully. The next morning, Amina told her father-in-law, Abdul Muttalib, about her dream. He became very happy and kept waiting for the birth of his grandchild, whom he expected to have a great future. When Amina felt that she was going to have the baby, she looked at the sky and remembered her dream. Amina was both crying and smiling. She was crying because her baby's father had died, and she was smiling because of the unforgettable dream that her son would have a great future. Thus, our prophet, peace be upon him, was born. Amina sent Ayman, the nanny, to tell Abdul Muttalib the good news. Abdul Muttalib immediately came to see the newly born grandson. He felt so grateful that he took the little baby to the holy Kaaba and he named him Muhammad, peace be upon him. When Muhammad was 1 week old, his grandfather, Abdul Muttalib, gave a big feast, inviting all of the Quraysh nobility. During the festivity, Abdul Muttalib was asked, "What is the baby's name?" He answered, "Muhammad." With surprise, they asked, "Why didn't you give him a common name we use in Quraysh?" Abdul Muttalib answered, "I named him Muhammad, the praised, because I want him to be the praised one in heavens and the praised one on earth." Quraysh men looked at one another and gathered that Abdul Muttalib had a feeling that his grandson was the expected prophet that many people talked about. It was customary for the well-off families to send their babies to wet nurses in Badia. Halima Athadia, a wet nurse, was asked to take care of Muhammad. When she saw Muhammad, she liked him. She asked her husband, "He seems like a blessed child. Shall we take him?" He said, "Let us take him." Maybe he will bring us blessing and good fortune. Halima took the baby Muhammad, peace be upon him, to Badiya and nursed him with her own little boy. She felt that she had more than enough milk for both of them. In the clean and fresh air of Badiya, Halima raised Muhammad, peace be upon him, as a strong and healthy boy. As a little boy, Muhammad, peace be upon him, played with children in Badiya, but Halima was always worried about him. Strangers who saw him would say, "This little boy has a great future." She was afraid that someone would hurt him, so she returned him to his mother when he was about 3 years old.